Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're chatting about all things Barbie because, who doesn't love Barbie? I'm so excited for the new movie coming out. So if you guys want to see about palettes that remind me of a Barbiecore that I have in my collection, then just keep watching. Okay, you guys, I was inspired to film this video while I was filming my April and May rankings because there's a palette that I looked at and I was like, oh my gosh, this totally reminds me of Barbie, and it makes me want to like do a pink eyeshadow look. I know I feel like I'm not representing the brand right at this very moment, but as you might know, I batch film. So it's one of my batch filming days. I'm trying to film really quick, but I just wanted to let you guys know that the Barbie movie is coming out July 21 of this year, and I cannot wait to check it out. It's got some of my favorite people, and I've already seen the trailer, and if you guys are excited about the Barbie movie, definitely let me know down below. So basically there's a new trend called Barbiecore, and it's basically a viral fashion trend inspired by Barbie, and I just wanted to kind of tell you guys a little bit about it. So basically, at its core, it's all about thinking pink. It's an aesthetic that is becoming a fashion staple. Basically, it's aligning with the Barbie movie, and of course, Margot Robbie is playing the doll. And basically, it's all about pink. So it's a mood boosting shade, and it's really taken the world by storm. Lots of hot pinks, bubblegums, fuchsias that embody the Barbie vibes. So I basically wanted to pretend that we were all going to the Barbie movie premiere, like some of these big influencers I've seen posting on their Instagram. I saw Desi, Katie. I'm sure I'm going to see even more influencers going. And so we're just going to pretend we're going to dig through my palettes, and you guys let me know what palettes remind you of Barbiecore in your collection. But let's start off with something a little bit tame. I know a lot of you probably picked this palette up during 4th of July because there was like a half off sale on these Huda Beauty palettes. So this is her Rose Quartz palette. Super subtle pinks, but oh so beautiful. Such a great everyday color story. I know when I bought this palette, I was really hesitant because I'm like, is that going to show up on my skin tone? And it does. It does show up on my skin tone. So I do believe this is a very muted, tan girl friendly palette. But anyway, just a cute pink palette living its best life. I also wanted to show you guys the Sigma Nomad palette. This definitely has like a vintage vibe to it with the packaging and everything, but it's basically a beautiful mauve palette and one that you could definitely reach for and create a very beautiful Barbiecore vibe with. Okay, now we're going to take a little bit of a wild turn. I, of course, had to grab my sleepover palette from Unearthly, and I also have another Unearthly palette in here. Let me just put them together because I actually don't know if you can buy this palette anymore, but how fun. It's got some hot pinks, some really pretty shades. You could also pair these two together and create a look. So this is the Unearthly Strawberry Milkshake palette. So as you can see, some really fun, vibrant pinks and some really great shades that pair with those shades as well. So you could do some pinky greens, some pinky plums, and create your wonderful Barbie style with it. Okay, we went in to the archives. I grabbed the Strawberry Milkshake palette from Lunar Beauty. Another great kind of pink palette with some fun pops of blue if you want to try and create a fun look there. I also have to show you guys the Amrezy palette. I love a good pink sparkly shadow, and this one called Sass is absolutely stunning. Love me some Cupcake, and we also have the shade called Resi here. This is the Amrezy collaboration palette. Did I say that already? But how fun. I've been so into pink lately. I don't know if it's because I'm a girl mom. I've been a girl mom for a while, but I have 2 daughters now, and so I am obsessed with all things pink. So now the palette that inspired this video is the Wildflower palette from Lethal Cosmetics. I was just putting this in my April and May ranking video, and I'm sure you guys can see why this palette inspired me, because it has the most beautiful hot pink matte shadow in it, and it's got some really beautiful duochrome shadows. So if you guys recently picked this one up and you want to create a look that is worthy of the Barbie movie premiere, I think this was going to be a perfect pick for you. Okay, a palette that I haven't even used but definitely reminds me of Barbiecore is the Lizzie McGuire palette from ColourPop. I seriously am so embarrassed. I swear, sometimes I go into my collection and I realize I have palettes that I haven't even used yet, and I have not used this one. I didn't actually watch the show. I grew up being obsessed with the movie, so when this was on sale at ColourPop, I bought it, and I think that it's just so fun. And we've got little Lizzie McGuire sitting on the cover there, and we've got some beautiful pinks, some peaches, a nice pop of green, never hurt anyone either. So another great Barbiecore palette in my collection, in my opinion. Okay, you can't talk about Barbie and not mention the Candy Shop palette from Juvia's Place. I mean, look at all those vibrant shades, and you know this shimmer shade is so pretty. We've got some more pinks. We've got a beautiful matte pink, perfect Barbiecore palette vibes, and I'm sure so many of you have this palette, so you can definitely create some beautiful, beautiful Barbie-inspired looks with it. Okay, I'm not sure if BH Cosmetics still sells this palette, but the Candy Shop Cotton Candy palette, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. We've got this beautiful quad of pinks. You can do a little mix if you want to throw in some purples. Super duper stunning palette. I love it so, so much. I also grabbed the Natasha Denona Love palette if you have this one. We're in like discontinued palette land at this moment in time, and I mean, a red, a pink, they go together. They really, really do. So if you have this palette, I think you can definitely create a look that Barbie would be proud of. And I also had to grab, oh my gosh, this is an oldie, okay? You guys are really the OG beauty YouTube crowd if you know this palette. This is the Deep Sea Luster palette from Kaleidos, and I reached for it right away because it has the most beautiful iridescent metallic shades. Look at how this thing swatch. Listen, Kaleidos, if you're watching, I'm ready for a new palette. Let's go. I need a new palette. Hopefully something colorful too, because I feel like we haven't gotten anything colorful from them in a hot second. And yeah, this palette, you can't get it anymore, but it is so, so stunning, and it was their first palette, I believe. I have two Beauty Bay palettes in here. We have to talk about the new Romance palette, perfect Barbie palette. Look at that hot pink corally shade right there. It's so stunning. And then I thought the Retro Love palette would also just be the perfect palette to complement Barbiecore. I remember seeing this image of Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie on roller skates, and I'll put it somewhere for you guys, but this palette reminds me of their look in that particular photo, and so I thought these two palettes would be perfect for supporters of a Barbiecore. Same goes for this gorgeous palette from Oden's Eye. This is the Planet Spirit palette that they did in collaboration with Miss Betty Jean, and she did something so different for her because I feel like her palette with Shroud was more of those grungy baddie bean vibes, and this one is just so fun and vibrant and so, so different that I love for her as well. So these three shades right here, you could do an amazing Barbiecore look. So just keep thinking pink, and I'm sure inspiration will smash you in the face because we all have these shades in our makeup collection. And then last but not least, I figured let's give a little shout out to Glamlite, a little bit of an oldie but a goodie, but such a perfect palette for Barbiecore to round off this video. So yeah, we've got some beautiful reds, some pinks, a very wearable take on a fun pink look. Okay friends, so that is it. Kind of a random video, but I thought it would be fun because I just have so many fun palettes, and it's always fun to dig through my shelves and find older palettes that I haven't talked about in a hot second. So yeah, let me know, are you guys as excited about the Barbie movie as I am, or are you not interested, which is totally fine. We can all respect each other's feelings and have good discussion here on my channel. Also, let me know what palettes you would be reaching for if you were invited to the Barbie premiere. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye!